Hi guys, it's Miko Martinez, and in this video, I'm going to go over why e-commerce SEO is really easy sometimes. If you don't know who I am a Shopify SEO expert. I've been in the SEO industry for over 6 years now. I've worked on over 200 plus SEO projects, and I've helped scale some of them to over 7 figures in annual revenue. So let's get to the video. So what is this idea of e-commerce SEO being really easy sometimes? So I was actually doing or planning to do a Shopify SEO deep dive on this brand, toysandgeek.co.uk. It was suggested by one of our Shopify SEO mastermind members, Joseph, and I wanted to do a deep dive on this. And while looking at the site metrics, I looked at the site and I was like, there's nothing incredibly special about the site, right? Like it has a DR.4, so it doesn't have that many quality backlinks. I look at the content and it's pretty basic, right? Like H1 product grid, no other content on the site, barely any filters in the faceted navigation. But in the end, it's incredibly clean, right? Like you can see it has a very clean navigation menu. It does have, a clean H1 URL and title tag. If I look at the homepage, again, same, very clean. Categories, new arrivals, etc., etc. Nothing exceptional about it, right? And despite that, it gets over 10,000 visitors a month, and that's not blog posts. That's to their actual collections and product pages, right? So this is traffic that's actually converting into revenue, and I'm assuming at least $5,000 a month in revenue at the very least, right? And the reasoning behind that is like, okay, yeah, we have our playbook where it's technical SEO, content, backlinks. So why does this site, that's not doing anything exceptionally well, making at least $5,000 a month, getting 10,000 visitors a month? Why, right? And it all comes down to the difficulty of the niche, the difficulty of the specific keywords, the difficulty of, what the competition on the SERP. Because in the end, SEO is a competition, right? If you look at how fierce a keyword like best VPN is, you can see that, at the top 10, they're all DR90 or DR80, 86, and then the rest are all DR90 with hundreds, if not thousands of backlinks, right? That's a difficult keyword. That's a difficult search, right? And then you look at a site like toysandgeeks.co.uk where it's like barely any backlinks. Like this whole site has less backlinks than that one page for best VPN. Right? And if you look at the quality of the backlinks, they aren't even high quality, right? Let's look at domain traffic 1000 and DR30 and do follow, right? There's 4, right? So that, they don't have a strong backlink profile. The content, again, there's not much content on the site, but it ranks for, it gets decent traffic, right? And it all comes down to the difficulty of the keywords they're targeting, right? So for a keyword like best VPN, you will need tons of backlinks, tons of SEO optimized content. But for a keyword like Five Nights at Freddy's Toys, you look at the SERP and it's like, okay, yeah, there's DR90 sites because it's just Amazon, eBay, Etsy. It's not that difficult to outrank them. And then these pages all have 0 backlinks, right? And then if you look at the sites that aren't Amazon, eBay, Etsy, it's Toys and Geek, which is a DR0. I love naf.co.uk, which is a DR14. You have Unicorn Punk Boy, which is a DR2. And then obviously the DR74 Smiths and Toys, which is like a huge toy brand, ranking number 1 for that, which is a DR74. And then if you look at the pages, they all have no backlinks. So this is a page where it's not very difficult to rank, and you can see okay, what did it take for this brand to rank for it? Just an optimized H1, optimized URL, optimized title tag. The product grid helps because having options for customers to purchase, like the different Five Nights at Freddy's toys, helps. But that's it. There's no other content on the page. Obviously, what else helps is the other collections, right? If you have other collections of toys, right? Like in this case, you have Mario, Fortnite, Funko Pop, Super Mario, right? Other stuff like that. Other toys, basically, helps actually generate some expertise or authority in the toy industry or the toy niche, right? Like having more of these options within the collections itself and other options in terms of different collections actually helps, right? Like we have One Piece Funko Pop, Fallout Funko Pop, so different Funko Pops. And if you look at the specific products, there's barely any content on the page. And again, it comes down to the difficulty of that specific keyword, right? So this has a lot of search volume. Not sure that's accurate, but yeah, like One Piece Funko Pop. Again, it comes down to the difficulty of the SERP. Yeah, there's barely any backlinks going to these pages. And yeah, if you look at the pages also of the competition, like for example, like okay, Toys and Geek is ranking right with the DR0. Who else are they competing against? I Love NAF, Unicorn Punk Boy. I'm gonna ignore Amazon, eBay, and Etsy because just because like these large e-commerce sites, like it's not difficult to outrank them because you can outrank them in terms of like just showing expertise for the specific stuff, the specific industry or specific niche, right? Like Amazon is not a toy brand. eBay and Etsy, they're not toy brands. If you just show that you're a toy brand that carries a lot more of these toys, it's easy to outrank them. And if you look at the competition, like I Love NAF, like yeah, you can kind of understand why it's not so difficult to outrank them because it's not exactly the best shopping experience, right? Yeah. Again, back to the original idea of why e-commerce can be really easy sometimes is because if you can find keywords that are not difficult to rank for or like have low keyword difficulty, and the keyword difficulty, like you can measure it not just based on like the keyword difficulty score on Ahrefs. You can also just look at the SERP, right? Like who's currently ranking on the SERP? Like if it's Amazon, eBay, Etsy, yeah, I mean like these are huge authority sites, but they aren't authorities in your specific niche or industry, right? And that's why Toys and Geek can outrank them for Five Nights at Freddy's toys, because Toys and Geeks are actually they're actually a toy store, a toy online shop, right? Versus these large e-commerce brands, which aren't, right? I guess that's a lesson here. No matter what industry or niche you're in, you can always find these low competition keywords that you can rank for. And even like this specific brand, it's arguable that you can create a toy Shopify store, just add more content to these pages and outrank them, build some backlinks and outrank them, right? So yeah, that's it for now. This is a quick one. I hope this was helpful and that you learned something from this video. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for listening. Cheers.